So is there any way to explain how Cruz can keep getting these balls at his ankles other than he's just really good?
Yeah, well, I mean, he is really good, but I think the thing is just leverage. You know, I mean, you get a guy that's that long and has the ability to extend out, and when you're that long and you're strong and you stay through the ball and you get it elevated, it's going to go. And I mean, I think we saw it. He played well today. He made a nice play in the field and good swing.
He was talking about how important it was, to get that, reward at the end of the season. I know that was important to you and Ben too. How do you think he's responding coming into camp, with that in mind?
Yeah, I think it was a reward. I mean, we sent him from Altoona to Indy, and he was only in Indy for 6 days. And then at the end of the year to get a little bit of taste of the big leagues, I think was important. And I think, one thing that we've talked about organizationally, when guys do something, like that in the minor leagues, that, you're able to reward them a little bit. And I think it was important. I think it puts him in a different position coming into camp with the ability to have a little bit more confidence. He knows everybody, he knows the staff, and he's done a nice job. He prepared really well in the offseason.
Shelton, you guys had 4 home runs today in 6 and 2 games. I know it's spring training. I know the wind.
Yeah,
is there anything to discern?
I think we're taking good swings. We've got some balls, elevated. I mean, we hit a ball oppo today. Gamble took a good swing. And then I think you saw why Indy Rodriguez was the MVP of the league down here. I mean, he's a talented kid. So I just think we're taking good swings and we've gotten some balls elevated.
Have you had the opportunity to check in with Mitch since the game ended?
I've not seen Mitch. I talked to Rafa about him. I mean, he got hit pretty flush on the thigh or right above the knee, and it was just more of a precautionary thing because he got stung pretty good, but it sounds like he's in a pretty good spot.
There's just kind of a quick conversation on the mound, just like, hey, let's get
it's March, whatever. Well, I don't know, what is it, 18, 19, and, it's his first outing, and he threw the ball really well before that. I mean, the fastball was good, the breaking ball was good, but not going to take any chances. And it was an inning and 2/3 that he had done, and so instead of sitting and let him stiffen up, we just got him out of there.
Yeah, you had seen the velocity on Instagram, but to see it in person, in-game action, just how encouraging was that for him to be sitting in the not even mid-90s, the high 90s?
Yeah, he was in the high 90s. The thing that was more impressive to me was the execution of the pitches and the fact that he was on the plate. I mean, it really doesn't matter how hard anybody throws the ball. You have to execute pitches on the plate, and he did that today. Really, really happy with where he was at because he worked really hard in the offseason. I mean, I think, he was probably our most visible guy on Instagram, and to be able to see it and then to see it translate in because they ran at the top end of their lineup. I was some pretty good hitters, and he executed pitches pretty well.
When you have a guy like Oneil whose hot zone is about as big as that yellow backdrop, how do you as a hitting coach or manager preach plate discipline to him, or do you even bother?
I think you tell him to swing at pitches he thinks he can impact. Mm-hmm. And with him, that zone is a little bit bigger. I mean, I think a lot of people get caught up at times on the hitting zone or the strike zone, and you can't. You have to get caught up on what the hitting zone is, and when you're 6'7", your hitting zone's a little bit bigger, and he showed it today.
Shelton with Mitch, is it on the front of his thigh or the back?
It was on the inside part of his inside part of his
okay.
thigh, yeah.
Thank you, just in case we don't get him.
That it?
I'm good.
All right.